Hey, what's shaking, everybody? Welcome back to another installment of Jay's Straight Up Reviews and More. Okay, so this speaker, I've given it a few days because I was hoping that Tribit could get their act together. It hasn't happened. I could have reviewed this like almost a week ago, but the problem is this speaker, it shows up in the Tribit app. This is the Stormbox Mini that just recently came out. It'll show up in the Tribit app, but there's no functionality to it whatsoever. So I don't know what the problem is, but as of right now, it's like bricked, if you would say, maybe in the app. It doesn't do anything other than it does show that it recognizes the speaker. That's it. So anyway, as far as this speaker goes, this is a 12 watt. Yeah, that's right. It's only 12 watts. It has two drivers, one that fires out the left and the right, and has a passive radiator on top. So it only has 12 watts of power. It is Bluetooth 5.4. So I think that's the most current Bluetooth there is. Up to a 12-hour rated battery life, and it is IPX7, so you can get it wet and submerge it for a brief time. So that all sounds good and well. It has kind of a chunky style. Now, like the Stormbox 2 recently came out, and it's not as big around in diameter as this. Of course, it's taller, but this is bigger than I expected. It's a chunky design. You have your large buttons for play, and your volume up and down. On the back, you got your power button, Bluetooth button, and a light button. It does have a light that goes around the passive radiator. Behind the flap here, we have, I don't know if you can see it, USB-C and a 3.5 millimeter jack, which is good. So you can use wired, nothing on the bottom except for a little base. And you can hang it by the strap, which it has Tribit branding. So that's all good and well. But like I said, it's already got a strike against it because the app is not working. And even if you go to the firmware, it says it's up to date. So let me turn this on. And that little thong noise you just heard there at the very end of that, that tells you that it is paired. Now, if I go to the app, I'll show you on my list here. It shows Tribit Stormbox Mini. There's no real picture of the speaker. See, the other ones have actual pictures of them. This is just kind of has a generic boombox looking thing and a headphone. But you click it and it goes to it and it shows it. But like there's play pause, nothing. It shows 0 on the battery, volume. It doesn't do anything. And if you go to the settings and go to firmware version, if I can figure out how to go to it, I did it a while ago. Oh, here we go. Update firmware. It says currently the latest firmware version. So it's just not working. And for whatever reason, I don't know. And apparently Tribit hasn't fixed it. Because like I said, I've had this for about a week and nothing's been done about it. So bad on the part of Tribit. Might have to send Bane after him to straighten him out. So let me back the camera up a little bit and we'll do a little sound check on this baby. Okay, so obviously with no app support and no use of the EQ, because I tinkered with the EQ, moving it all the way up and down and everything to see if it did anything to the sound. It does nothing. So the app is totally not functioning. So obviously this will be just starting out flat, and that's where we're going to keep it for flat EQ. So put your headphones on if you have them, and bear in mind that this does shoot out the left and right. It's not 360 degrees. People always want to call it that. That's bidirectional. So put your headphones on that you got them. We'll start at Larry Bird percent, 33%. You can kind of see the lights there. It only has 2 light modes. Let's go up to 40. Go up to 60. Change track, still at 60. Go up to 80%. Change track. Let's go up to 100%, max volume. Change track, still 100%.
Love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want, and I always give it 100. Don't need a bang
80%.
Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted. Stay humble. Now wake up. It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend.
Change track, still at 80. Go time. Let's go up to 100%. Makes that stupid chime every time. Little bit of a variance in the output right there. Go down to 60. It's a little more controlled now, but just doesn't have a lot of bass. Alright, there it is. It's the Tribit Stormbox Mini. This is only 12 watts. It doesn't have enough guts. Doesn't have enough get up and go, if you will. The bass is not very good. And when you get up to max bass with some tracks, like I've said, I've had this thing for almost a week. I've listened to various tracks. It can really kind of get a bottom out sound to it. With some tracks, it has a little bit of a hollow sound to it. It's just not really, and it should have been at least 20 watts. 10 watts for each driver. As it is right now, 6 watts. It just sounds underpowered and under delivering, if you will. It's not really delivering what it should. Because it's not really that small. I mean, like I said, I was expecting it to be smaller than this. Hit it. So, it has a kind of a little bit of a grainy sound to it. I mean, it's kind of okay in the mids and highs. It can get a little wonky sounding with some tracks. It's hard. It's just a really weird speaker. I mean, there's just some weird things with this, but the one thing that I do say for sure that's easy to explain is this just seems like it's underpowered and doesn't have much bass, really. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. This is a $30 speaker, so it's not terribly expensive, but I'll probably put it up against that Dunau speaker I had that's $30 also, and I think that's going to beat this one pretty easily. But again, let me know what you guys think in the comments below on this one. I'm a little disappointed, really disappointed that the app is not working. There's no excuse for Tribit, which is, they've kind of become, of the mid-tier companies like Soundcore, I consider them to be like right below Soundcore. Soundcore just releases too many speakers. But they're not a cheap Chinese brand anymore. They've got a little bit more of a reputation. So for them to drop the ball like that on the app, there's no excuse for that. Be sure to like and subscribe, and if you haven't subscribed yet, do it today. It's free. It'll cost you nothing, and Bane will even tell you it's worth every bit of nothing. We'll catch you guys at the next one. Everybody stay safe. Ho! There's Mr. Hand. I didn't even know he was in the room. All right, buddy. Everybody stay frosty.